Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this is yet another video review. Today I will be looking at the Blizzard 540 see-through case. And this is the product itself. This here is the window. You get some molding rubber here to place the window in the case, and as well you have a 120 millimeter Clair fan included with the grill and also with a 3-pin power connector. Included in this kit as well is the instructions, and in the instructions it does show you how to very simply cut a hole right here. This is actually pre-done in my case, but if it's not pre-done or if you do not request it to be pre-done, then you will have to do this yourself. Instructions again are very simple to follow. So now that the hole is finished and done, you can actually remove this paper that's on the window. Now that the paper is taken off or removed from the window itself, of course you can see that it's a clear window that I have. You can also get a few options of color on this window as well. Let me now actually install the rubber molding on the window and then insert the window into the case. Now that the window is installed with the thicker molding on the outside, you will then need to proceed and put a little tiny molding. It's called a locking strip here, if you can notice. And this is basically to keep everything nice and tight and snug. Once the rubber locking strip has been installed, the next step of course would be to install your fan, and of course it would be mounted on the inside of the case. As you can see here, the fan is installed. Something to note is that the grill should be on the outside of the glass, so the side that's looking out, and the fan itself should be on the inside. Now that the mod is finished, as you can see, it looks very cool looking. One thing I should make a note of here is that you really want to take your time when you're doing this. Certainly you do not want to be rushed, and you want to also have some patience. Installing this and cutting this and lining all this rubber up is not hard, but it's not simple either. So just take your time and have some patience, and in the end you will certainly be rewarded with a very awesome looking mod. Let me now go over some of the key features of this case. The front of the case is like most cases. You have the power button in a very convenient location at the very top right. Certainly a very good idea, especially if your case is on the floor. You have 1, 2, 3, 5 1/4, 2 3.5 inch bays. You have your reset button right here, and down here is your hard drive light as well as your power lights. And they have left the badge so you can put your own case badge in here as well. If we take a look inside of the case, you'll notice that there is a space here in the front for a fan. One does not come with it in the front. Now keep in mind you're having a nice 120 millimeter fan here blowing in towards your case, so that's certainly pretty much all you're going to need. And also you have a fan at the very top here. That's very important for exhausting hot air. And remember, your power supply, once it is installed, will as well exhaust hot air. You can also install, if you wish, another fan to exhaust air right here. This is a very convenient feature, which is in this case, you have a very easy thumb screw right here, similar to this one. And once it's removed, you can actually just pop out the tray, and of course you can have your hard drives installed here, and it's very easy to transport them or just remove them for whatever reason you want to remove them, and that certainly does make it very convenient. Also, for convenience, you have a removable motherboard tray. Of course, this is where you install your motherboard as well as your cards on here. This makes it very convenient, certainly when you're taking your system out, doing some work on it, installing a new card, installing a new heatsink, maybe even installing a new motherboard. Once it's finished, all you need to do is bring it back to the system and just slide it in very, very simply, and once it's done, that's it. I find this feature extremely convenient because you don't have to lift your heavy case on top of your desk and unplug all of the cables into your computer system. Something else this case has is the flip out feet. These are great for stability in your case, and of course you have 4 of these, 2 on either side. Overall, some really, really convenient features on this case, such as the removable motherboard tray. Slide it out, do what you need, slide it back. You don't have to transport your case. That is very, very neat. Also, the little trays in the front where normally your hard drives are installed, that can be taken out. Do what you need to do, put it back in. Again, very, very convenient. Also, the window and fan combination mod to this case looks real cool, and the 120mm intake fan certainly does give you great cooling over your video card, over your CPU, and throughout the case itself. And to top it off, you have a nice fan exhausting air at the very top of this case. The only thing, of course, when you have all these great things in a case, it's going to cost a little more. The price on this case would be a little higher than your average case. In saying all that, I give this case an 8.5 out of 10. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a new one for you then. Also, check out my website at www.3dgameman.com, and while you're there, be sure and check out the forums. Until the next time, take care.